install and it's aggressive and getting it done quick with the Giants and Jaguars. What problems does that present for you, maybe some of the other young guys, or does it present problems at all?
Yeah, I wouldn't say problems. It's been a good challenge. Just make sure we're on top of our game planning, on our studying the night before, the day of, just trying to be pros. And yeah, it's a full-time gig. Camp is, you eat, sleep, dream all about football right now. So it's kind of cool to just dive into it and just get on the same page with the young guys. And but yeah, just taking it a day at a time and just trying to be consistent.
How do those young guys respond? Do you happen to drag them along, or are they, keeping up with you guys?
No, definitely not dragging along. I think just some guidance, some leadership, but there's a lot of there's a lot of hunger in those rooms for sure. Everyone in there wants to be great. They understand the standard, and we, elevated the standard last season. So people know to be a part of this offense, you have to really bring it every single day.
Nate, you joined the Lions last year at the last moment. What's the difference for you of having a whole off season and all of that to prepare, as opposed to coming in with none of that with the Lions?
Yeah, definitely night and day having a full off season to prepare versus 5 days to prepare for the first game last year. But yeah, they've done a great job preparing me. Really love working with Ben and Brew and all the offensive coaches, and Jared's been awesome. But yeah, we have such a good scheme, and fortunately I've been around the NFL and been in some good offenses and kind of understand a lot of the schemes. So some of it was just learning verbiage more than learning schematics and stuff. But yeah, it's been so fun to really get into the ins and outs and really dig deep and dive into the playbook and understand the why and get on the same page with Ben. So it's been a fun process.
Can you speak of your relationship with Jared Goff a little bit, and how's he been as far as confidence-wise and welcoming teammates, as far as this training camp?
Yeah, Jared, he's ready to take off. He obviously had a great year last year. He's had a great career. But yeah, he's definitely been such a great leader. Comes to work every single day, has such a hunger to be great. And yeah, it's been a pleasure to work with him and just to see his standard continue to elevate and continue to, keep working and keep guys, hold him accountable. And yeah, Jared's been great welcoming guys, really, really social, really good communicator with guys and connecting with them. So yeah, it's been impressive. He's done a good job.
As a quarterback, how can you keep that groove though, like from season to season? And the nuances of the job, like
yeah.
How can you keep a groove if you finish the way you finished last year? How can you keep that?
Yeah, man, all the cliches are true. Like rent is due every single day. You never have it. All the great ones have earned it every single day. Whatever happened last year means nothing for the next year. It can definitely give you confidence. You can understand your game more, understand what works more, and like a process, a rhythm, routine that helps. But you always are refining. You're always tinkering to continue to elevate, and that's just what it takes. It's such a high level of football, and Jared's really doing that.
You got a couple of passes batted down today. I'm sure there's something as a quarterback that you'd like to fix with it. But do you see the defensive line being more active with their hands? Is there anything up to that as well? This defense is doing this year, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, I think I just need to get a little taller. Just a little bit more might help me. No, I mean, we got some big guys on the D-line, and they're definitely getting really active with their hands up, making it tough on us. And yeah, it's impressive. I would love to see them do that a lot next year, because it's very frustrating to a quarterback when you see the read, see the guy open, and it gets batted down. It's just really can make you mad. But really cool to see them do it, and it's a good challenge for us to keep working on.
It was yours the other day, but Broderick Martin was doing up in the air. Like, he's just such a big man to begin with.
Yeah, man. Like, I'm a tall guy, and I felt like I was looking up to him like a big brother. So yeah, he's a big boy, but gotta find angles.
Mm-hmm. It's been like working with Ben Johnson now for this year.
Yeah, I'm super impressed with Ben. I mean, obviously the intelligence, the preparation, the hunger, but just the consistency. I mean, every single day he's bringing the juice. He's holding everyone to the highest standard, holding himself to the highest standard, a ton of accountability, such a growth mindset, understands so many schemes, but is always working. Not just like, hey, this is what we do all the time. Sometimes it's like, yeah, this is what we do, but how can we make it better? So it's really, really cool to be around. And I mean, the sky's the limit for him, obviously. And just thankful to get to keep working with him and learning from him, and yeah, continue to make this offense great. Yeah, definitely the name of the game is consistency at this level. I mean, anybody can make a great throw, anybody can, do things right here and there, but it's all about just one play at a time. This play that we're in right now is the only one that matters. It's just really narrow, having a narrow focus on just be where your feet are this play. And we have such good scheme right now that if you do your job, you know what to do, and you're in time and in rhythm, you're going to have an opportunity to get, to continue to keep rhythm. So, yeah, I mean, just trying to continue to stack days in that way. And, yeah, like I said, that's just the name of the game. And just because we've had a pretty solid first 4 days means nothing for the next however many days. We have to just bring that energy, hold that standard, and keep guys going one day at a time.
I think this is your 7th year, right? So you've been through this.
8th year.
8th year, yeah, and you came in here 5 days before camp. So, like, when Dan Campbell and it comes out that Teddy Bridgewater was in here, how do you keep that day-to-day focus? Like, is that 7 years, 8 years of experience kind of help you just focus in?
Yeah, I mean, if I've learned anything in this league is nobody owes you anything. You can feel like you've earned, or you can feel like you're, doing well, but that means absolutely nothing. And, none of it's personal. It's all this. I mean, everyone's just trying to win. Everyone's trying to do the best thing for the team. And, yeah, I mean, you definitely, like I said earlier, it's about narrow focus, kind of blinders on, one day at a time. Keep your rhythm, keep your routine, and just bring that energy every single day. I mean, I know how it is when it's week 13, you have 2 losses in a row. Things can feel really heavy outside. But if you keep your mind focused on what matters and what you can control, you're always going to have a good chance. But if you start feeling woe is me or frustrated about things, only person that's going to hurt is yourself. And it's fortunate to be in the league and be in a lot of situations over my career that have really tested my character and helped me grow to where I'm just confident in who I am and confident in my ability as a player, and just know all I need is an opportunity to go do what I know I can do, and just day by day.
I mean, just one other thing in that regard. You've been with pretty good teams and coaches most of your career.
Yeah.
How has that benefited you? I mean, really some really good coaches,
Yeah.
really good systems and all of that.
Yeah, I've been very fortunate to be around some incredible minds, and I've really tried to soak up as much as I could with each coach, each staff I've been in. And I feel like I've always kind of been in a room that's been on the cutting edge of scheme and cutting edge of, preparation and just how we attack a defense. So it's been really fun to kind of, contribute some of that knowledge and relate some of that knowledge into what we're doing here. And Ben is such a amazing mind, and Dan too, in what we're doing on offense. And then Jared and I have had some similar experiences with some coaches to where we kind of are able to speak the same language in some ways, which has been really fun. Even when I first got here, we kind of talked to some old language that we had overlapping that was we're kind of able to challenge each other, and I'm able to, learn from him and things like that. So, yeah, definitely haven't taken any of those situations for granted, and tried to continue to grow as a football player and a quarterback.
So it must be fun though, being with winning teams too.
Yeah, just everywhere I'm trying to go, I want to, do what I can to help us win. I've been fortunate that had a lot of winning seasons, a lot of playoff experiences, and even a championship was really cool too. So, yeah, just trying to continue to do it 1 year at a time.
Did you say playoff money?
Did I say playoff money? Oh, no. No, definitely not the reason you go, but it's a nice little bonus for sure.
Just to go back to Teddy for a second,
Yeah.
Dan said, they've kept you in that conversation and make sure you know what's going on. So what exactly have those conversations been like?
Yeah, they've just been communicating with me all, every step of the way, but I really don't take too much into that. I just try to go day by day and just do what I have, the responsibilities I have, and try to bring energy and bring, positive leadership to the room and to the team, and, just try to do everything that I can control.
Hello.
Your dad?
Yeah, I am. Yeah. You didn't know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Disappointed.
Tell me.
No, I'm just kidding.
I'm going to be a dad myself in October for the first time.
Oh, man, congratulations.
So I'm going to be coming to you for advice this season.
Hold on, when you do?
October.
Oh, no, I'm coming to you for advice.
Oh, when's your lecture?
January 23rd.
All right, yeah. I'm going to have no advice to give, but I'll try not to highlight the note list.
That's how I feel. Please. Thank you. I appreciate that.
You were talked a lot about during spring ball in the best way. Expectations are really, really high.
Yeah.
Coaches are saying, okay, year 3, this is what it's supposed to look like.
Yeah.
Do you feel those expectations on your shoulders? Do you feel yourself progressing too?
Yeah, sometimes it can be overwhelming, but, just know who I am and know what I can do. I just try to keep my head down and continue to work. Not worry about, the reps, not worry about what's next, worry about, day by day. That's big for me. Not worried about if I'm starting, if I'm not, what it's going to look like, nothing like that. So just continue to keep my head down and work and do the best I can do and help this team. So.
Hey, Alex just said this is the deepest the linebackers room has been since he's been here. I'm assuming you would agree. What's that competition been like through 4 practices?
It's been competition for sure. Everyone's getting better. All of us have our up and downs, but as long as we pick each other up, it's all positive. Like with me and Jack, and he's supporting me, I'm supporting him. He's amazing. Also Alex and Malcolm. So when Anzo says deep, it's because we have a lot of linebackers who can play at a high level in this league, and and that's what you want. You want guys coming to compete and push each other and not tear each other down, but also, we know we're all in this together. So that's what I think he means by, just the big competition that we have, and it's all good vibes, and, we're all continue to get better each and every day. So,
is the pace of the install maybe accelerated a little bit because you have the Giants and Jaguars coming up soon?
That's every camp. Going to year 3, you kind of expect that, and the coaches, they do that to see who can pick it up, and they know it's hard. They know it's a lot of information at one time, but that's what you want. You want to be able to overload the guys, and then come season, half the time you're not even going to run half of those plays. It's going to be about 10 or 12 of them, but that's what you want. It's just getting the ball rolling and kind of trying to put everything in so that we have an idea of how we're going to run things, how to put ourselves in position to make plays and those calls and install, and so when the season comes, like, we can have an idea and be able to do those calls and stuff. So like I said, it's definitely information overload, but it just helps us in the long end. So.
Derrick, what kind of opportunity do you sense for yourself this season? Entering year 3, what's your spot in that defense next to Alex? What kind of chance do you see yourself pursuing here in training camp?
I'm kind of, actually a couple of days ago, I had to, sit back and think to myself, like, that's not the worry right now. The worry is not if I'm going to start. The worry is not if I'm not going to play. The worry is getting better and continue to help myself grow and find happiness and comfort in myself. Competing, doing the best I can do and just let everything come by itself. I'm trying so hard not to focus on that, because when I do, I can tell the difference in my game, and it takes away a little bit of my happiness when I do that because I'm focusing on the wrong thing. But I just keep the Lord first and let Him work and His power and allow Him to guide me through these situations and just continue to work and get better. It takes time, it takes practices, and I might not be there yet where I want to be, but I for sure will get there. Just continue to work and not worry about the outside, not worry about what's next. So just focus on day by day for sure. So.
Is that an epiphany you kind of had in the moment? How did that thought come across?
I talked to, yesterday was a stressful day for me. Just kind of got in my ways of, and it was because I was worried about whether I'm a star, whether, if I'm going to play this and that. And, I talked to a great man, and he gave me some great advice. And so I just been working on that and trying to keep, a smile on my face no matter what happens and not do it. And I know he told me one thing. He said not to please men, but to please God. So that's what I'm doing right now. And it's not to, please, obviously you want to please coaches and all that, but to find your inner self, you have to, just show the abilities and gifts that God gave you. So that's what I'm trying to continue to do. So,
what do you attribute the buzz you've created a little bit this offseason to?
Repeat that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the coaches obviously talk a lot about what you've been doing.
Yeah.
What's the change? How do you attribute that?
I would just say the way I approach the game. I'm trying so hard not to cheat the game. I'm studying. I think it's important to know, you're going to make mistakes. Like, everybody makes mistakes. Everybody know the small things you need to work on. And obviously, we can't make mistakes twice, but it happens. It's football. You study. I know as long as I'm putting the work in, I know that I'm giving my all. That's what makes it better for me, and I'm gonna continue to do that. No matter, if I come back out and I make a mistake, I go back, I watch it, and I try to correct it, and continue to do that. Continue to put myself in the best position to go out and make plays and not make the same mistake. So that's kind of my thing. So.
Does it look different out on the field a little bit? Does it slow down a little bit maybe?
Yes, it has. It definitely has. Small things, techniques and stuff that you can do, that I can do myself, that all comes in hand with that. But it's slowing down for sure. Year 3, you kind of get to adjust everything, how things are going to go. You kind of have a better idea of, like now, like I said in the spring, now is so much more not the playbook, more of like the concepts of what the offense is doing, the motions, the formations that they're doing, and allows you to put yourself in the best position to make a play. So,
What have you seen from Jack?
Oh, very smart kid, man. Super quiet, man. He's funny. But like when you get him to talk, it's so funny because you never hear him talk. But he's a good guy, man. He's a good ball player. He's very talented, and he's tall, which helps us out a lot. And here, get his hands and body in a couple windows in the pass game. But he's continued to learn, man. It's he puts his head down and work too. And I give him advice every time he asks me questions, which is crazy because I remember I was asking Alex questions when I was a rookie, and just as much as I can to help that guy. He's a very, very humble guy, and that's what I like about him. Man. I like him in our room. He's pushing me, man. He goes out there and make plays, and it's like I'm looking up to him, and I'm older than him, and it's like, but we just continue to make each other better, and I kind of go back and watch what he do and what I do, and if I made a mistake on this play, okay, let me go see how Jack did it, and then vice versa. So, like I said, he's continued getting better. He's striving, and I'm glad to have him in our room for sure.
A couple more guys. Takes things extremely serious. Maybe a little bit too much. Does that room try to loosen him up at all?
We're trying, man. It's so hard because I feel like I actually was telling Jack the other day. I was like, I feel like you're in the opposite area of everybody else. All the linebackers in the cafeteria never see Jack. All the linebackers in the treatment room never see. It's like we go to the treatment room, he's in the cafeteria. We're in the cafeteria, he's in the treatment room. It's like you never see him until you get to practice or the locker room. And when you get to the locker room, we just sit in his locker with his head down, no phone, no nothing. Like I'm like, Jack, you all right? He's like, yeah. He just looks up. He's like, yeah, I'm fine. And then put his head down and just stares. I'm like, oh man, come on, Jack. We gotta get him to talk. So we're waiting for this rookie song. I want to see what he's gonna sing, man. Put some light in the air though. But no, Jack is like I said, a real humble guy. It's amazing to have him here. He's pushing me in each and every way. So I'm excited to have him. So
did it surprise you the first time you heard his voice?
Yes, it did because And when he got drafted, like he doesn't look like a guy that's like quiet. Like you watch his film and you're like, no way, this guy's quiet. Like he's probably an outgoing guy. And the first time I met him, like he was just like quiet, just mind his own business. Not really like he sits with people at cafeteria. He doesn't have social anxiety or nothing like that. Like he's not antisocial, but he just keeps to himself. And sometimes that's the way people like to do things. So I won't invade his space. If I say what's up to him, he don't want to feel like talking, then that's how it is. But he's a great guy to be around for sure.
All right, thanks, Derrick.
Appreciate you guys.
Alex, there was a lot of talk on offense about the install and how it's accelerated with the Giants and Jaguars coming in. How does that affect the defense as far as what they're trying to do? Does it accelerate it there as well?
I wouldn't say so. I feel like we're doing what we typically do in a training camp. I feel like AG's doing a good job of getting the plays in and kind of establishing our defensive philosophy and identity and what we're going to do and being good at what we do. So obviously there's still some kinks to work out and everything like that, but it's pretty status quo for the time being.
What about the progression of that? Are the young guys able to follow it quickly?
Yeah, and with that being said, I feel like we are installing a lot defensively. I mean, for most part, this is probably, since being here, it's probably the most installed during a training camp I've been a part of. But yeah, the young guys pick it up, and the guys they bring in are, pros, and they do a good job.
Said all along you would be, competitive in your room.
Yeah.
Just talk about just the competition within you guys, and just how are you guys competing and taking that?
Yeah, challenge? I feel like competition brings it's cliche, but it brings the best out of everyone, and I feel like there's no secret about there's competition in our room, and it's out in the open, and it's the best man wins, and that's how it's going to be. But at the same time, Shep does a really good job of establishing a role for everyone. If you have the ability to play and you deserve to play, you're going to play, whether that's starting or if it's coming in for 20-30% of the snaps, you're going to play.
What's it like to be a leader on a team that has high expectations?
Can you repeat that, sorry?
What's it like to be a leader on a team that has high expectations? In other words, there's some momentum with this team now.
Yeah, I mean, the standard has to go up. Last year we were 9-8, and we have all this excitement and talk and media hype, but really none of that matters. Last year we finished 9-8, and defensively we have to pick it up, and there's no doubt about that, and that's including my play too.
Can you see that the young guys who've been here like 1 year and 2 years are starting to grasp the system and really able to dig in with it?
For sure. I feel like the biggest jump I see is from year 1 to year 2, and guys like Hutch and Josh and I see a lot of the D-line guys really feeling comfortable, not panicking when they're getting a reach block, or knowing when to convert when it's play action pass, and it's exciting to see as a linebacker just the development in front of me.
What have you seen from Jack?
I feel like from OTAs and minicamp till now, there's been a lot of growth as far as just his comfortableness and in with the ones and with the twos. I feel like mentally he's always been sharp, but there's just that confidence that he's starting to develop as training camp keeps progressing. And I feel like he's moving better too, honestly. I feel like over the summer, whatever he did, he's been doing well, and definitely he's moving faster and twitchier and everything like that.
Is it a surprise that comes this early?
No, I wouldn't say so. I feel like every rookie kind of has that learning curve. Obviously, most have the similar learning curve, I'd say, but not everyone has the same.
You got a little more playing time with you today. What do you do to build that chemistry since you're kind of battling time here?
Yeah. What do you mean by that?
Well, I mean, like, season's a month away.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. No, I feel like, we got to develop chemistry in the room, and that's getting reps and, practicing and, going period in, period out, just working off each other. And, I feel like playing Mike and Will, you got to play in tandem. And when the other linebacker, fits the ball, you got to rock back, and you definitely work together. So it's just every rep matters.
What things that you guys figured out during that stretch that you can carry into this season in terms of just turnovers and taking the ball?
Yeah, I feel like we, learned a lot of lessons the last, 10 games or so. We came alive defensively, and I feel like the biggest lesson, that I learned is that you can't have a slow start in the NFL, and every game matters, and you never know which one's going to be. Last year we were a game away from, going to the playoffs, and that's the biggest thing. You can't have any off games. You can't be up and down. You have to be consistently a good defense, and you don't have to play the best you've ever played every game, but you just got to be consistent.
How much does it put you in a similar slow start this season? Obviously, it's as simple as winning games.
Yeah.
What about it do you guys do to
Yeah. I just feel like, what's the standard defensively? Is it holding each other accountable as players? Is it, doing extra work? Is it, just being on top of your stuff and not having any MEs, and each player taking the accountability to do that. And, from the first 4 days, I feel like even, yesterday in the red zone, we struggled a little bit, but you have to grow off of that. You have to learn off that. It's early in training camp, and that's really the best thing. I feel like today we came out and responded.
Yeah, how much does it put you in a hole when you have a start like we did the last 2 years, 0-8 and 1-6?
Yeah.
How much does that really make it hard?
Yeah, it sucks. It sucks in all different ways. It sucks in, the outside world saying you suck. Everyone, it's tough, but this is the group that Brad and Dan brought in, and we're built for that. And now it's time to capitalize on all those lessons we learned the past 2 years and see what we can do with it.
Is this the deepest linebacker as well since you've been here?
Yeah, for sure. I definitely say so. I feel like, and honestly, I feel like the biggest one that slept on is Germ. I feel like he's plug and play starting linebacker right now. So there's 5 or 6 guys that can legitimately start in the NFL and have started in the NFL. Obviously, Jack hasn't yet, but it's definitely one of the deepest.